It's different, you know, with me. I'm not the loudest person in terms of vocally. I'll speak when I feel I need to speak.
Off the pitch, he lives in first-class comfort, moving in designer fits, premium watches, but quietly, no flashy lifestyle, no controversy, choosing faith, family, and giving back through his Big Shoe charity, supporting young people to chase their dreams. And after facing the toughest moment of his career on the biggest stage, he came back stronger, proving that resilience is his real superpower. Who is he? I'm talking about Bukayo Saka, who isn't just Arsenal's golden boy, he's a product of discipline, family values, and relentless hard work. Raised by parents who prioritized education as much as football, Saka balanced school books with training at Arsenal's Hale End Academy, shaping the calm, focused mindset fans admire today. From the streets of Ealing to the bright lights of the Emirates, this is the story of a star who stayed humble while the world watched him rise, and I will be breaking down every part of it. So sit still, like this video, subscribe as we dive in. Before getting to where he is now with the smooth rides, dope fits, and premium comfort living, why don't we catch a glimpse of where and how it all started? Taking that back step helps us appreciate the present more. On September 5, 2001, Bukayo Temidayo Saka entered the world. His name, from the Yoruba language of Nigeria, meaning adds to happiness. Bukayo was born to Nigerian parents, Adenike and Yomi Saka, who went to England as economic migrants, carrying with them hope, determination, and a deep love for education and hard work. From the very beginning, Bukayo stood out, not just on the pitch, but also in the classroom. He attended Edward Betham Church of England Primary School, later moving on to Greenford High School, where he excelled academically. Even as school books filled his desk, football filled his heart. Before the world would know him as Star Boy, Bukayo sharpened his skills with Greenford Celtic, his first local club. His talent was unmistakable. Soon, he caught the attention of larger academies and joined Watford's youth setup, where coaches quickly realized they were witnessing something special. But destiny had even greater plans. At just 7 years old, Bukayo took his biggest step yet, signing for Arsenal's Hale End Academy, the same ground that had shaped legends before him. Here, coaches spoke of his fantastic decision-making and rare maturity far beyond his age. Behind his quiet confidence stood a tireless supporter, his father, Yomi. Bukayo often recalls how his father kept him grounded and humble, teaching him that talent was nothing without discipline and heart. Football wasn't just a dream, it was a shared journey. A journey shaped by culture, faith, family, and an unshakable work ethic inherited from his Nigerian roots. As you all would soon discover, this was only the beginning. At just 17 years old, Bukayo Saka hit his first major checkpoint, signing a professional contract with Arsenal and earning a promotion to the under-23 squad. A huge moment, but that was only the beginning. Fast forward to November 29, 2018. The lights are on. The stage is Europe, and Saka steps onto the field for the first team. He makes his Arsenal debut in the UEFA Europa League against Vorskla Poltava, coming on in the 68th minute for Aaron Ramsey. A dream officially in motion. But he wasn't done yet. Just 2 weeks later, on December 13th, Saka makes his first full home appearance at the Emirates, starting in Arsenal's Europa League clash against Qarabağ. Now, fans weren't just hearing the name, they were watching the future unfold. Then came January 1st, 2019. New year, new level. Saka makes his Premier League debut in a dominant 4-1 win over Fulham, entering the match late after replacing Alex Iwobi. And here's the historic twist. He became the first player born in 2001 to ever feature in a Premier League game. That's not just a debut, that's history. And before the season closed, another milestone followed. On May 29, 2019, Saka stood on the Europa League final stage, earning a runner-up medal after Arsenal's loss to Chelsea. The result didn't go their way, but the message was clear, and that really was just the beginning. because from that point on, Bukayo Saka became a problem for defenses everywhere. His first goal for Arsenal came in style. Away in Germany, on the European stage, Saka curled a beautiful long-range shot into the corner against Eintracht Frankfurt in the Europa League. Calm, confident, class. And as if that wasn't enough, he capped off the night with 2 assists, leading Arsenal to a dominant 3-0 win. A star performance on foreign soil. That display didn't go unnoticed. Saka was rewarded with his first Premier League start, playing a key role in a thrilling 3-2 home victory over Aston Villa. Then came another big test, Old Trafford. Under the pressure, Saka delivered again, setting up Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang for Arsenal's equaliser in a hard-fought 1-1 draw against Manchester United. No fear, no hesitation, just a teenager announcing himself on the biggest stages. And Arsenal knew exactly what they had. Now let's fast forward to the 2020s, and Bukayo Saka isn't just a rising star anymore, he's leading the charge. On December 26, 2022, fresh off the World Cup break, Saka wasted no time reminding everyone who he was. He scored the equaliser in Arsenal's first match back, setting the tone in a 3-1 win over West Ham United. One game later, he was back on the score sheet again, helping Arsenal secure a 4-2 away win against Brighton. Then came January 15, 2023, North London derby. Pressure, history, and Saka delivers. He set up Martin Odegaard's goal as Arsenal claimed their first away league win over Tottenham since 2014, a moment fans had waited nearly a decade for. And just a week later, he did something special. On January 22nd, Saka unleashed a long-range strike against Manchester United, sealing a dramatic 3-2 win at the Emirates. The goal was so good, it was later voted Arsenal's Goal of the Month for January 2023. The awards soon followed. On March 13th, Saka was crowned Men's Young Player of the Year at the London Football Awards. That same month, he was named Premier League Player of the Month, proof that his influence wasn't just promising, it was undeniable. Then came the commitment. On May 23rd, Saka signed a long-term contract, pledging his future to Arsenal until 2027. And when the season wrapped up, his name was everywhere. Nominated for Premier League Player of the Season, Young Player of the Season, and FWA Footballer of the Year. To top it all off, Bukayo Saka was named PFA Young Player of the Year for the 2022 to 2023 season. From prospect to pillar to one of the faces of Arsenal Football Club. On the 4th of October 2025, Bukayo Saka made his 200th Premier League appearance for Arsenal in a 2-0 win over West Ham United, scoring a penalty, his 55th league goal and 100th goal involvement for the club in the competition. That was a brief rundown of his amazing career. I want us to go on to the lifestyle that this young 24-year-old right winger, one of the best in the world, lives. I think he deserves to live large given his achievements in life. Hard work pays after all. All the long training sessions and the physical wear and tear of being a footballer. And indeed, he lives large because what on earth are these numbers? By his early 20s, Bukayo Saka, once just a boy with a ball in West London, had become one of England's most marketable and highest-earning young footballers. His net worth, rising rapidly through salaries, endorsements, and smart financial choices, reflects not only his brilliance on the pitch, but his maturity off it. As of 2025, Saka's net worth was between £32.4 million and £40 million, depending on valuation metrics. This 2026, reported estimates range from $11 million to $30 million, showing differing assessments but consistent upward momentum. On the football front, Saka earns £250,000 per week at Arsenal, amounting to £13 million per year, placing him among the club's highest-paid players. But his fortune isn't just built on football. He pulls in major endorsement deals with brands including New Balance, Burberry, Beats by Dre, and appears in global campaigns such as Call of Duty: Modern Warfare 2. His business ventures include investments through BS7 Rights Limited and even launching his own brand, Bukayo Saka, in 2024. Moving to his car collection. For someone still in his 20s, Starboy's car collection. Did I mention that he is referred to as Starboy? Well, his car collection is staggering, over £300,000 worth of high-end machines. Before the crowds roar his name, before he sprints down the Emirates wing with electricity in his boots, Bukayo Saka begins many mornings surrounded by the symphony of engines that mark his rise. Starting with the crown jewel, the Ferrari 458 Spider, valued at £151,000, is the kind of machine reserved only for the bold. It screams speed, heritage, and ambition, qualities Saka knows intimately. The V8 engine purrs with the confidence of a young star who earned every ounce of success. But life isn't all speed. For calmer days, Saka turns to the Mercedes-Benz GLC class, a luxury SUV typically priced between £40,000 and £55,000, depending on the spec. It's smooth, it's comfortable, it's the car of a grounded young man who hasn't let fame loosen his grip on humility. Then there are the German twins: precision, luxury, and quiet authority. The Audi A8, commonly priced above £70,000, offers the refined calm befitting a player who balances skill with composure. Meanwhile, the Audi Q7, usually £60,000 or more, matches Saka's versatility. Spacious, elegant, and ready for every scenario, from training runs to family visits. Finally, the British icon, the Range Rover. A favorite among Premier League stars, its price often climbs above £90,000, and Saka's choice fits him perfectly. Refined on the outside, powerful at its core. It represents home. It represents pride. It represents a boy from Ealing who grew into England's star boy. All these cars form a portrait of a young man who built his life carefully, wisely, beautifully. A life where luxury doesn't overshadow humility, and success only fuels the next stride forward. Because no matter how powerful the engines in this garage may be, nothing drives Bukayo Saka more than the love of the game. What is mentioning a car collection without where to pack them up? Of course, Saka is the owner of a multi-million-pound mansion. Long before the roar of stadium lights, long before the world called him Starboy, Bukayo Saka dreamed quietly, modestly, of a better life. Today, that dream stands behind iron gates and manicured hedges, carved into reality through discipline, humility, and genius on the pitch. At just 19 years old, Saka purchased a stunning £2.3 million mansion in Hertfordshire, making him one of the youngest Premier League stars to secure such a luxurious property. The first thing you notice isn't the size, though it stretches generously across the property. It's the silence. The kind of silence only wealth, privacy, and nature can buy. This 6-bedroom mansion blends modern architecture with warm, home-like comfort, a reflection of the young man who owns it. Sophisticated, yet grounded. Step inside and the world shifts. Marble countertops, state-of-the-art appliances, every line sleek, every corner polished. Here, late-night meals and early morning breakfasts whisper the story of a young star preparing for battle each day. The walk-in closets, which are big enough to house an entire wardrobe of match-day fits, designer wear, and tailored suits. Because the world may know him for football, but Saka's quiet sense of style needed room to breathe. When the world becomes too loud, Bukayo retreats to a sanctuary of stories. His private movie room, fitted with high-end sound, velvet seating, and immersive screens. a place where he can switch off the world and let imagination take the spotlight. Football is war on the body, and recovery is a ritual. Inside these walls lies a luxurious private spa, a realm of restoration, complete with warm ambient lighting and relaxation zones. Here, Saka heals not just muscles, but the spirit that carries him through every Premier League season. Outside, the secret continues. A large, landscaped garden, a retreat wrapped in nature, perfect for quiet mornings, friendly gatherings, or moments of gratitude after long training days. A peaceful contrast to the chaos of stadiums and cameras. To some, it's just a mansion. To Bukayo Saka, it's a symbol, a promise kept to himself, to his family, to the young boy who once played on a small patch of grass near Wembley. His Hertfordshire estate isn't about extravagance, it's about growth, gratitude, and grounding. A quiet fortress where the world's noise fades and only one voice remains, the voice that tells him to keep rising. Before the fame, and when the fame will come to pass, one thing will remain: family. Saka stands a grounded young man shaped by deep family values. Born to Nigerian immigrants who instilled humility, discipline, and educational excellence, Bukayo remains deeply connected to his roots. In 2026, reports highlighted his visit to Nigeria, meeting family, reconnecting with his heritage, and strengthening the bond with the culture that shaped him. Off the pitch, Bukayo Saka's life is just as steady and grounded as his game. He's been in a long-term relationship, and by 2026, he's engaged to Talami Benson. Even with global fame and non-stop attention, Saka keeps his private life low-key, choosing peace over noise. Family, faith, and staying grounded matter more to him than the flashy lifestyle often expected from Premier League superstars. And for everyone strong in their faith, here's something that stands out. Saka is a practicing Christian, and he's openly shared that he reads the Bible every night. His faith isn't for show. It's part of his daily routine, his mindset, and the way he carries himself both on and off the field. But Saka's vision goes far beyond football. Behind the scenes, he's already thinking like a seasoned investor. From his stake in BS7 Rights Limited, to building his personal brand, to a growing real estate portfolio, everything points toward long-term security and smart planning. And he hasn't forgotten where he came from. Saka actively supports charitable causes, including funding medical surgeries in Nigeria, using his success to lift others up. It's a reminder that while his talent made him famous, his character is what truly sets him apart. Calm, faith-driven, future-focused. Bukayo Saka didn't begin his journey with fame or fortune. He began with discipline, school books, and a mindset shaped by learning. While many young talents sacrifice school for sport, Bukayo Saka proved something powerful. You can chase a dream without abandoning your education. Even as scouts circled and Arsenal's Hale End Academy welcomed him at age 7, Bukayo stayed committed to academic excellence. He trained hard, but he studied harder. He chased the ball, but he respected the books. This balance became one of the strongest foundations of his success. Bukayo often credits his father as a major influence, a man who taught him humility, discipline, and the importance of staying grounded. He once said his father kept me humble, reminding him that character comes before talent. In a world where fame can mislead young minds, Saka's upbringing shows the significance of strong family values and guidance. His identity, rooted in Nigerian culture and British upbringing, gave him a sense of belonging that strengthened him on and off the pitch. His cultural pride teaches young people that you don't need to choose between parts of who you are. Your identity is your power. Bukayo Saka's story is more than football. It's a lesson plan written through his life. Education fuels opportunity. Hard work beats talent when talent stops working. Humility is a superpower. Identity strengthens confidence and success is built, not handed. In Bukayo Saka, young people don't just see a football star, they see a blueprint. A blueprint for students, a blueprint for dreamers, a blueprint for anyone balancing school, culture, ambition, and responsibility. His story matters because it proves that education doesn't limit greatness, it shapes it. Character doesn't slow success, it sustains it. And dreams don't happen overnight, they grow with you. Bukayo Saka is more than a player living a good life. He is a lesson worth learning. I think we can all agree that Saka is a role model. What do you think about his lifestyle and what about him interests you the most? I would like to see all your comments below. Thank you very much for joining in on this one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Continue to dream big, continue to work hard, and your dreams might just come true. See you in the next video.